Hi, we're going to talk about isolation. We're at the beach. It's really, really nice. So, what is isolation? Isolation is very strange. It doesn't come after something big that happens, it settles in very slow. One declined invitation, one unanswered message, one closed door. It could take years before you see it. From the outside, isolation looks very much like withdrawal, like disconnection, like something that needs to be fixed. But from the inside, isolation feels more like survival, like safety. I know this from my own experience, and I'm sure you do too if you went through COVID. There's a period in our life where isolation became necessary, not because we dislike people, not because we stopped caring, but because we needed to survive, right? Because after COVID, it was exhausting to go back to normal. Why? Because our body don't feel safe. When our trust has been shaken, right? When our reality has been questioned, when our mind and body have lived in constant anxiety, and our defense is our body feels is not safe, right? The only safety is doing nothing. And you don't want to mess up anything anymore, right? So isolation becomes protection, a space where nothing needs to be explained or defended. We aren't wasting any energy arguing, right? We don't have any energy. We are exhausted. So we need a place where our nervous system can finally relax. And for a time, that cocoon is necessary. Healing begins in quiet. But there is a part we don't talk about enough. And that's it. That's the whatever protects us can also begin to confine us. Because isolation shields us from everything, including healing. We probably stay there longer than we needed to. Not because healing wasn't possible, but because healing requires something deeply uncomfortable. Re-entering the world, risking connection, risking vulnerability again, risking getting hurt again, risking uncertainty, right? And here's the paradox. Refusing to heal hurts more than healing ever will. Let's say this again. Refusing to heal hurts more than actual healing. You waste more energy refusing to heal because healing is uncomfortable, yes, but it asks you to feel, right? It asks you to rebuild, to tolerate discomfort. And stagnation is very expensive. It's like a black hole. It sucks all your energy and you can't do anything besides the bare minimum. And it's harder to escape this cycle than to do the hard work, right? It could take decades. You don't have decades. Isolation may calm like your nervous system, but it could also distance you, right? It could distance you from the people that can help regulate your nervous system. Because we're wired for connection. We need our tribe. We need conversations. We need conversations that restore our perspective. We need connections that remind us that not every interaction is a threat, right? It's not about being a social butterfly and not even like about the isolation, okay? It's about recognizing when isolation has done its job because enough time has passed and you found strength in re-engagement. Going out there will teach your nervous system that you can make it. You know, you can exist, and you can be in a presence of the right people, right? Because isolation is like a cocoon, but healing is learning that you were never meant to live in a cocoon. And with that, don't lie, don't cheat, don't steal, and don't kill any insects today. Look how pretty it is.